In March 1942, the Tank Commission, led by Ferdinand Porsche, received an order to create a tank with a mass of about 100 tons. The Porsche company had the first rough plan ready by June of the same year, and Hitler loved it. For the project VK100.01, they planned to use a suspension from the Tiger, an electric transmission, and a similar diesel engine to that of the Tiger. Another project was presented by the Krupp company, but their Lion couldn't compete with Porsche's Mouse, so it was abandoned. Still, Krupp got to develop a turret for the new tank. And what they did to it. The tank didn't have any protection from infantry, and the government decided that a simple machine gun wouldn't be enough. No, they wanted a 75mm gun for that. The Krupp company got creative and used the tank turret as a base for another turret, where they mounted the wanted weapon. The tank also received new armor and got heavier, up to 140 tons. But it didn't stay that way for long. After a couple of months, Krupp designed another turret that weighed 57 tons itself, like a whole Tiger. And when Porsche created the new chassis for this one, the overall weight of the Mouse went up to 150 tons. Then they decided to move the turret to the tail of the tank and place the engine in the middle. After all the corrections, the tank weighed 170 tons, and Porsche engines already couldn't power such a heavy vehicle. So they switched to engines by Daimler-Benz. The last problem was with the suspension. To mount the one made by Porsche, you'd have to drill a lot of holes in an extremely thick armor. In the whole of Germany, there was only one manufacturer able to do that, the Krupp company, and they used a unique tool for that. If anything happened to it, the Mouse couldn't be built. The solution came from the Škoda company that developed a simple and comfortable suspension that was very easy to mount. The final version of the Mouse weighed 188 tons, and it could only be assembled when a whole range of companies combined their expertise. They only built two prototypes, one with a diesel engine and one with a gasoline one, and none of those ever fought in a war. But the tests proved that despite a completely absurd task, Porsche designed an absolutely real working tank. Completely useless, but what the heck. After the war, Ferdinand Porsche and his company returned to tank designing. A prototype of the first German MBT was built totally under their supervision, and as the first ever tank of this company, it received the name Leopard.